Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I'm MotherAzure, but also with Maria. I'm back again with another pickle card, and today's video is about what your ancestors have been trying to tell you. I planned on doing this video last week, but I wasn't able to do it. But hopefully we'll get it done this week. It has been kind of gnawing at me for a while, so I know somebody needs to hear something 100%. So what we're gonna do, these are the Oracle cards that I'm gonna be using. I'm gonna look at them up first, but then I also have the Antique Anatomy Tarot. It's a little bit explicit, it has bones, so if that bothers you, this is not the reading for you, because I'm going to be using this the whole video. And I am also going to be using these are just random things that I wrote down some time ago, and they're kind of like channeled messages, so I think they want me to use that, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. So if I remember, I'll say it later. Without further ado, let's get into your pile. So for pile 1, you have the Spider Charm. For pile 2, you have the Pipe Charm. And for pile 3, you have the Chess King. Hello, for pile 1 with the Spider Charm. This is your reading. So with your permission, I'm gonna get into it right away, like 2 seconds before I press record. I already started seeing someone. I did see this, what I was going to say in the beginning, but I forgot. So obviously this is a general reading. I'm not going to be able to reach or see every single ancestor. So a few of them, as it has been my experience in the past, sometimes come forward more clearly. But just because I don't mention someone that you know doesn't mean that the message is not for you. So just make sure you stay and listen to the message to decide if it's for you, okay? Because it's very difficult, if not impossible, for me to look at every single person. So right away, like 2 seconds before I started the reading, I saw a woman. She is elderly. She actually reminds me of my great-great-grandmother on my mother's side, in the sense that she has like a low bun. She has graying hair, but she's a more dark skinned woman, so this may be a black woman, a black grandmother. She looks like that to me. And the other thing that came through with her is, for some reason, there's this sense of rush, but then they showed me a turtle. So maybe one of the things that that your ancestors are trying to tell you is that you're going too fast and you need to slow down. We're going to look at that later, but that's the first thing that came through very strongly from the beginning. So you picked this little... Well, that makes sense. You picked the little spider charm, and I usually associate this charm with working and perfecting things, because if you see spiders, they create their spider webs to capture their prey, but they have to actually make it from scratch, and sometimes people pass through animals and they break down, they have to make it again. So you may be at a point right now where you're working a lot and maybe you feel like you're being rushed or that you have to work faster, but I feel like what they're saying is to work smarter, not harder or faster. They want you to slow down a little bit and maybe reassess what it is that you're doing, okay? So let's look at this first, and then I'm going to look at the tarot. So you have expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. I love that card. So that is pretty self-explanatory. So there may be a big change coming through in your life, and also that could be why they want you to kind of slow down a little bit with that like turtle energy, because I feel like they want you to be ready. It's not that this is like a bad change, but changes by default are usually like destabilizing, even if they're not necessarily bad. So I feel like they kind of want you to prepare. I literally keep moving it because I don't know if it's like centered in the camera. So if it's not, I apologize. Yeah. So that is, with that energy, there's a lot here that I feel could be related for most of you to your career, or if you're studying, to what you're studying. So you may be kind of like me and you are like almost graduating. So there's like a lot of stress, a lot of pressure on you, like on your surroundings, and pressure that you're putting on yourself, that others are putting on you, but mostly that you're putting on yourself, because there are deadlines, I'm hearing, that you want to meet. Take this as it resonates. It does not have to be that area of life. It's just the one that I think is coming through more strongly. Okay, but yeah, so there may be an unexpected change in that area that may be destabilizing. And what I'm seeing is that they don't want you to, it's not lose control. It's like, so what they're showing me is a car. So they're showing me like a car, specifically a red car. If you have a red car, just be careful. Don't be driving reckless, because what I'm seeing is like someone in a red car kind of swerving because they're going like too fast and they kind of lose control of the vehicle. I'm not saying they're going to have an accident, okay? I don't think that's the case. It's just that I feel like they're saying that you're going so fast that you may not see obstacles on the road that you may have been able to avoid had you been going slower. So take that literally, but also like take it metaphorically. So that is their reasoning there. They're being so clear. Thank you so much. I love it when they're clear as hell with me. So see the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, big on that change. Need I say more? Like literally, I'm surprised that from my little magpie oracle, whatever they call this, just bunch of charms, I'm literally surprised that you didn't get this dice. And just looking at it, that is the number 5 that also has to do with change. So big changes for you. But there's that need to slow down so you can be kind of more aware of your surroundings and more in the now. So instead of focusing so much on your destination, maybe focusing on your destination stresses you out more than it has to. So it's like you're more stressed out about because you're focused on, oh, I need to do this right now, and if I don't do it by this deadline, it's never gonna work. They want you to kind of slow down and take it one day at a time instead, or at least set like more short-term goals. So for example, if you're working on a project, let's say that you have a project due on April, May, right? And you're like, oh my god, I need to do all of this, and there's so much that I have to put on, turn it into this project, but I have to work on this and include that. So instead of doing that work, kind of break it down into smaller, more manageable pieces for you that you can focus on. And when you're done with one, you move on to the next. And you can start now so you can go slow, so you don't have to rush at the end. Okay? Let me see what else we're trying to say here. They showed it's not exactly that they showed me. I kind of felt it. It's weird. If I literally sit down to try to explain how my gifts work, I wouldn't be able to finish. So I'm seeing this red ruby type necklace. I'm also hearing that maybe somebody's name. But this it's like a pearl necklace, but the center is like a red gemstone. We have that Queen of Wands right there as well. So that may be related. Mostly what I'm feeling like for your reading is mostly female ancestors. Although there may be more here. I literally just heard like a protest, like, like, no, I'm not. It's so weird doing these readings. But yeah. So with this Queen of Wands right here. I feel like they kind of want you to find pleasure in what you do, to find joy in what you're doing, because maybe, like I said, because you're going maybe so fast, maybe you're so fucking stressed that you have lost the ability to enjoy what it is that you're doing, even if it's like if it's your career that you have always wanted to work in, but now you're so exhausted that you don't really enjoy it anymore. So maybe it would be beneficial for you to kind of revisit why you picked this career, or why you're doing what you're doing that is causing you stress right now. Like, why are you doing that? Because I feel like there is a reason why you're doing it, and it's mostly because you want to, and it brings you joy in some way, it brings you pleasure, and brings you fulfillment in some way. So right now that you're feeling kind of so rushed and maybe a little bit lost as well, even though you're rushing, it's kind of like there's something that it's missing for you. So maybe kind of revisit why you started doing this in the first place, and that's kind of gonna give you a little bit more of fuel for you to get to where you need to be. Okay, there's somebody singing as well, like low humming. So 5 of Wands, 7 of Swords. Let me get you one more. Yeah, that was low humming. Right. So I think that's enough. I'm gonna put that right there. Okay. So let me see. Okay. So you have these 2 cards right here. These 2 cards are very conflict based, in my opinion. I can interpret this as conflict with other people. You could be in conflict with other people. However, I feel like because of the theme that has been going on in your reading, it feels more like this is like an internal battle. It may also be that whatever it is that you're doing is kind of competitive, so you have to be on your A game is what I'm hearing, and that's why you're so pressured as well, because you want to like obviously do your best, but there is competition. I'm hearing like a formidable opponent or something like that. So that may be another source of stress for you. But what I'm seeing here again with the 7 of Swords, the 7 of Swords represents many things. Oh my god, the sirens. Okay. The 7 of Swords can represent many things. One of them is like deception and all of that. But another thing that I usually associate the 7 of Swords with is kind of wanting to take, you know how the person in the 7 of Swords is trying to take all the swords. The hands are full, but they are trying to looking at the other 2 swords that I couldn't pick up. So don't bite off more than you can chew. It's good to challenge yourself, and it's good for you to want to do your best, but there's like a fine line between that and pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion, or just putting so much pressure on yourself that you can't perform to the best of your ability. So it's very important for you to take time to if not rest, maybe restructure the way you're going, the way you're approaching this, or just reevaluate it and see if there are ways where you can make it more balanced. Because again, it's like slow and steady wins the race. It's like the it's an allegory, I think, of the tortoise and the hare. Maybe I don't remember the name in English, but that story. So it's like slow and steady wins the race, and there are other things as well relating to that story. But I feel like that's the main message coming through for you, that they want you to kind of reevaluate the way that you're approaching this, because it's exhausting you. Is there anything else? I know I'm shuffling this, but I'm asking if there's anything else that I want to say. Like apart from anything. X marks the spot. Can I please have another one? There's like a lot of like, again, female related things, because I'm seeing earrings now, like silver earrings, but also something about maybe plantain leaves. I don't know if that's, I know that they're used sometimes to cook food, like in certain places. They're also used for like medicinal things in certain cultures. So I don't know if that is related to you. Maybe that's something that this ancestor did for some of you. Oh my goodness. Okay, there are 2 here, and that is blind spot and dreams. they may be reaching out to you through your dreams, but specifically with X marks the spot, they are leading you somewhere. So, especially with the dreams here and the blind spot, I feel like your ancestors are showing you, specifically in your dreams, certain things in your life that are either out of place or that could be improved, or just certain things in your life that you aren't seeing. And they're showing them to you through your dreams so you can pay attention to them. Also with X marks the spot, like I said, they're leading you somewhere. It may be a reward in some way or something that is rewarding to you. It may not be something material, something physical, but just something that may be rewarding. They're taking you where you're supposed to be going, okay? But they want you to pay attention because they're, like I said, they're sending you messages through your dreams. Some of you might be having like a lot more, if not sleep paralysis, like lucid dreaming, but you may be having more issues with your sleep right now. And it's also important that you try to resolve those because you also need the sleep. Even if they communicate with you through dreams, they want you to rest. So if you're not sleeping well, you're also not going to be able to perform well, okay? So to help with sleeping, maybe try to incorporate a short bedtime routine that is relaxing, like maybe do some stretches, maybe drink some tea, or read a book and then go to sleep. Just do something that helps you relax so that when you go to sleep you can sleep better for longer, uninterrupted, okay? And that way it's going to help them also communicate with you. Because imagine they're trying to communicate with you and you just have insomnia and you can't sleep. Like, how are they gonna tell you anything, right? But yeah, I feel like that is their main message. There's like a lot of motherly energy here, so this may be, like I said, like a grandmother or someone of that sort, or just someone that has like a lot of this protective, nurturing energy. I feel like they're hugging you, like they may hug you. Or try to hug you, or maybe they hug you like from behind, like because I'm seeing someone like kind of hugging another person like around the shoulders or like from back. So maybe that's something they did when you were younger, if you knew this person alive, and when you were shorter than them or something like that. That is super sweet. So they're saying that, I think that's a way of telling you who they are, and also that they love you and that they are supporting you, okay? But that's the main thing. Those are the main things they want you to know, that they have been trying to tell you. Maybe they haven't been able to because they have limited ways to communicate with you directly, especially when you're in such a time of turmoil, inner turmoil, stress, and all of that. Like, I can tell you for a fact that it's more difficult to connect because there's so much going on in your mind that sometimes if I'm too stressed, I can lay out cards in front of me and I'm not going to be able to tell you what the hell they're trying to say. So I have to literally just put them away and not do it, because it's difficult because there's so much going on in your head. How are you going to receive anything? When the best way to receive information is when you are in a kind of meditative state, or just in a more relaxed state where you're more receptive, okay? So listen to them. They really are trying to help you. So yeah, that is all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my updates of the channel over there, and I also post readings occasionally, and also do updates on the community tab. I need to figure out how I'm going to say that at the end because it's not working right now. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello for your pile 2 with the pipe charm. That is your reading. So right off the bat, I'm going to look into this because these charms do have meaning for me. So the pipe in my little magpie oracle, this charm represents illusions in a way, and also things that aren't completely clear, or that they seem to be one way. It's like things are not what they seem. I associate this with the painting called "This Is Not a Pipe." That's what I associate it with, where the painting is clearly a pipe, but it's like it says this is not a pipe because it is a painting of a pipe. something like that. So there's something that maybe right now in your life is not what it seems, and that is something that they want to talk about. Also, this may be a sign of your actual ancestors that are reaching out to you through this. Maybe they smoked with these types of pipes. I know that people in my family used these before, and they smell so bad. I'm sorry. So you have the energy is gaining momentum. So that is waxing moon. That card is talking about clearly, well, I think it's pretty obvious. So there's this building up to something. And the way they're showing this to me is they're actually showing me like it's like a vehicle. There's like, this is the second time vehicles come through, like cars. I'm not seeing the actual car. I'm just seeing like as if I was inside a car and having like the first person view, like going up a hill. But it's like so steep that I can't really see the top of the hill. I can only see the road, like a small stretch of road that is ahead of me. Like I can't even see the sun over the hill. So maybe what they're saying here with that card and what they just showed me is that you're making your way up to something. There is this like I said, a building up to something, but you can't really see what it is yet. So, and also with the pipe thing, that's maybe also like something obscuring. Like I said, I can't see the sun, so there's something obscuring, if not truth, something that is very important. Let me see if I can find what it is they're talking about. That is a Two of Cups. What is going on? Hold on. I think they're actually using like members of my family to kind of tell me who this is. So whoever is coming through that is an ancestor, this may be a male. Pretty sure, but also like very sweet. There may also be someone that is not actually part of your family, like by blood, but they were considered a part of the family, like someone that was such good friends with the family that maybe they even lived with you, or that were just very close, and they're also kind of coming through. There is someone in my own family to talk about this, which is weird. That's a first. But yeah, this may also be a person for some of you that is coming through along with your ancestors. So you got the World here. The thing that may not be what it seems may be a person, because I do have that Two of Cups right here, and the Two of Cups it usually represents a relationship of some kind. So there's two people here. What is going on with the sirens? Holy shit, that is insane. Do you hear that? Can you hear that? That is insane. I apologize. So this may be another person that is not acting in a way according to their intentions, or they may be hiding something from you. This may not be necessarily like, I was gonna say may not be necessarily bad, and then I got the Tower. Again, not necessarily bad, but the Tower is a little bit more negative in a way, because what I'm feeling is like and I also got the Sun, so there's like an ending. So what I'm feeling here is, and I don't want you to freak out, so there may be someone in your life that is not being 100% genuine or transparent with their intentions, and maybe they haven't been since the beginning. But whoever this person is, if you don't have a sneaking I feel like you have a suspicion of who I'm talking about, but you just don't have like concise proof yet. But again, this will be revealed to you, because that's what I'm seeing with the gaining momentum thing. So it's gonna be revealed to you how, like, with their true intentions, and just exactly what it is that they have been hiding. Okay, we do have the Tower here. The Tower is like a I mean, the world is an ending, but the Tower is kind of this abrupt change. The Tower is very destructive. and sudden. So you may actually not see this coming. Apart from me telling you that it's going to happen, you may not actually see it coming when it happens. I feel like this may be, I'm literally seeing someone trip over their own feet. Oh shit, hold on, never mind, that is not over their own feet. You know how in like the fucking spy movies or whatever, they set up like these very thin threads on the floor and they're like traps, or like they trip over they set off like an alarm system when they touch it. That is what they're showing me, and I feel like it's your ancestors that they're literally on this person's ass. So like, you know, I don't think you have to worry about it too much. So we're gonna reveal that to you, but they're also made like, the way I feel like this is gonna happen, they're gonna literally reveal themselves, maybe not even on purpose. This may be like an accident, but really your ancestors also kind of push them a little bit, if that makes sense. And when it happens, you will feel it. Like, this is so interesting. You're very heavily protected. That is the Four of Pentacles. Very heavily protected, okay? I would not want to fuck with you. Okay, and then I have the Justice. Again, I would not want to fuck with you. So, you have some powerful allies, my friend. So, oh my god, that was my shoulder that hurt. Okay, so, like I said, they're going to reveal this person to you. And I feel like while you may struggle with it, like you may struggle to accept it in the beginning, or you may struggle maybe to come to terms with it in the beginning, because this could be literally someone that you are romantically involved with, because I do have to acknowledge that I have that Two of Cups right here, and I usually do associate that with like romantic relationships. So it may be difficult for you to deal with once it is really revealed, but justice will be served. You have justice here. So I don't think you have to lift even a finger, because I feel like I said, you have powerful allies and everything will be taken care of. But they're letting you know so you won't get caught completely off guard, and also for you to trust your intuition, because from what I'm seeing, this little tripping over their own feet moment may be pretty subtle. Maybe something that you would have missed otherwise. But if you feel like a little hit of intuition, like that was weird, why would they say that? Trust it, okay? So let me get you some of these so I can finish your reading, because I feel like that's what they're trying to tell you. Like literally their message is someone hasn't been genuine and they're gonna fuck up, you know, and make it obvious that they haven't been, so you can act accordingly. Someone who is not genuine doesn't have a place in your life. They shouldn't have it, to be honest. They don't deserve you. So let's see from here, from these channeled messages. Give it a shot. Weird. Give what a shot? Let me get you some, like 2 more. I'm gonna get 2 more. Give it a shot could actually be slightly unrelated to what I was talking about, because I don't feel like they want you to give give it a shot with this person. Maybe that's something that they have told you, like, let's give this a shot. But again, it may be unrelated. If you feel like it's unrelated to this message for you and you were thinking about doing something, they're telling you to go ahead and do it. But I don't think like they're telling you to give it a shot with this person. No. Why would they warn you? It says it gets better and bundle of nerves. Me. Okay. So it gets better. So Maybe this is something like romantic. Protect yourself. Oh, I didn't see this one. Grab the journal. I didn't see that one. Literally, I have my mic like right here, so I didn't really see it when it fell. Because it's like right in the middle. So it gets better. So if this is, I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying. If there's something romantic, maybe you have been like through a lot of shit romantically, a lot of people that weren't being genuine, and you're like, when is it gonna, it's like, is it ever going to get better? Like, am I ever going to find someone that is fucking decent? Yes, you will, but it's not this person. But also, even if it's not like a romantic thing, it does get better. Like, just because this person wasn't genuine doesn't mean that the next person won't be genuine. So while they want you to protect yourself, they don't want you to become paranoid, because the reality is that some people are, I'm gonna curse, some people are cunts, okay? And no matter what you do, they will continue to be cunts, okay? But however, there are other people who are actually good people. So while they want you to protect yourself, and when you see these people, when you recognize these people, to drop them because they literally have no place in your life, they also want you to stay open enough to allow good people in, okay? Because not everyone is out to get you, okay? With the bundle of nerves, you may have like a lot of anxiety, and that makes sense, especially if you have been through a lot of shit like in your personal relationships. But grab a journal. It says grab the journal. So maybe something that would help you with your anxiety, or just if you are having like a lot of negative thoughts, or just a lot of your mind, especially regarding this topic, it would be beneficial for you to grab a journal, grab a notebook, a paper, anything, and just write down what you think, how you're feeling. And maybe doing that will help you figure some things out, or maybe simply it will help you just relieve yourself of that burden that negative thoughts can become, right? Maybe it will give you some clarity, or just some more, it will make you feel lighter, maybe, okay? There's a saying, like, to me, remind yourself of your worth. So just because someone comes in and treats you badly, it doesn't speak of your worth as a person. It speaks of them being shitty people. Like, that's literally all it means, that they are bad people. Like, they're not, or they're just not the appropriate people for you in any way. It doesn't mean anything about you. It doesn't say anything about you, okay? So yeah, remind yourself of your worth. You deserve so much better, and you will get better, because they're saying it gets better, okay? So again, don't stress about it too much. And I know that I have the bundle of nerves here, so I know you're one of my people that are stressed and anxious no matter what, but trust them and trust your intuition. They will not lead you astray, okay? So that is all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my other separate channel over there, and also in my community tab. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, for your pal through with the king, like the chess king. There's your reading. Hype. So I was going to interpret this, but I'm getting something like right now. So one of the answers that is coming through, I didn't say this in the beginning because I forgot, but again, there's a general reading. I can't possibly like see and describe every single ancestor that comes through. Some of them do come through more strongly, and those are usually the ones that I describe. So just because I don't describe one of them doesn't mean that the message is not for you. It's like a joint message, and there's something in it for you most likely if you got here. So the first thing that I'm seeing like female ancestors that are coming through very strongly and like throughout this whole reading. But specifically for you, I'm seeing someone in a wedding dress, or at least what looks like a wedding dress, because I'm only seeing the top half of it, but not even the top half, like from the shoulders up. But there's something very interesting about the design of this dress. It's like it has like a little collar thing going on. So it's like up to their neck, but it's, you know, the neck part of like men's dress shirts. So that type of neckline, I don't even know what it's called. But, and it's like, it goes all down from there down, but the area from that neck part to their chest, it's kind of like this transparent looking material. And down the center of this material, kind of joining the top and the neckline area, because it looks like this, I can't even describe. So there's like the neck part up here, and it looks like it's transparent in the middle, so it doesn't look like there's any fabric like from afar, but there is fabric in the middle. And there's like this row of buttons from the very top to the bottom of that area that is transparent, and they're like just little white round buttons all the way down. And that same material goes down to their shoulder, where the dress comes out in like a puffy thing. So it's like a puff like on the shoulder. It's like big Cinderella like shoulder pieces or something. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a beautiful dress, but it's an interesting design. Like, it's not like a modern wedding dress whatsoever, but it's also not super old, I would say. So this is giving me very like maybe 80s 90s vibes for the wedding dresses. And I'm also seeing like a shoulder length hair, but it's kind of very fluffy hair, very bouncy. So I would say it's like 80s, maybe 70s to 90s. That's kind of like the wedding dress that I'm seeing. And I'm saying it's a wedding dress because it's white. I'm not even sure it's a wedding dress, but it feels like it is, but I can't really see the whole thing. So that is the first thing that came through. Please take it as a resonate. If that is not for you, disregard it, but it was just so strong. So you picked the king. So in my magpie oracle, this little king to me represents an actual person. So this could represent you or someone else in your life that plays a very important role. We'll see if this is about you specifically, like if this represents you. But oops, sorry, I hit the mic. But this represents a prominent person in your life that is, they're either grabbing a lot of your focus, like there's a lot of your focus is placed on them, or if this is you kind of stepping into your power in some way, or dealing with some type of responsibility. We'll see what they're actually talking about with this one. I'm pretty sure it will become clear in a second. You're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. So yeah, this may actually be you, because it feels like if you have been working towards something and you have been working towards it for a while, again, you're close to achieving your goal. Don't give up right now. You're in your power. You're in your zone. Don't stop. So it feels very much like that. It's like I don't even know if it's a meme. I don't even remember what it is. Like two people underground kind of digging to find diamonds, and one of them gives up like when they're this close to diamonds, and the other one just kept going. So that's kind of what they're showing me. So they don't want you to give up whatever it is that you're doing. Just because it's taking long doesn't mean that you're not making any progress, and it doesn't mean that you are not going in the right direction, or that you will never get to your destination. Okay, yes, you're actually pretty close. You got the Page of Swords. I feel like that really fits with the story. You got the 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna hit a few more. I just want to get them all for some reason. for your pile, even though for the other piles I was going kind of like one by one. Just kind of get them all. So you got the Wheel of Fortune as well. Holy shit. The Queen of Wands again. If you're called to pile 1, go ahead and watch it. I shuffled the cards, so there's no reason why these would have come up together again, other than you need to see it. Okay. And the Hermit. So, Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, the Hermit. So, there will be time to rest later. So this is your moment to hustle, basically. So again, I really do feel like it became clear that this is about you. So they really want you to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. They want you to keep going because, again, you're close to your goal. But this is something that is it's gonna fulfill you in every way possible. We have the Ten of Pentacles here. And being a 10 is kind of like the culmination of that suit in the tarot. But specifically, the Ten of Pentacles is very much about, I'm hearing, have your cake and eat it too. But it's also about sharing with other people. So this is something that I feel is going to fulfill you in several, if not all, areas of your life. Okay. So they want you to keep going. With this Page of Swords, the first thing that I thought of was second guessing. If you look at the Page of Swords in the traditional tarot, the figure, the person, is looking over their shoulder. And that can be like a sign of hesitation, in my opinion. So, but they want you to keep going. They want you to keep moving forward. They said something about don't kill your curiosity. For some reason, there's something very important about you not letting your childlike wonder disappear or be stifled. What word did they just say to me? I never use that word. What the hell is that? I'm ignorant, do not worry. So I feel like they want you to nurture that part of yourself. There's like two separate kind of like messages at once. But yeah, I feel like one part of it is to actually continue doing what you're doing, but there's also this factor of taking care of yourself, specifically making sure that you have enough time or enough wiggle room, let's say, to play a little bit, to have fun, to satisfy your curiosity again. That is so interesting. But yeah, so what have they been trying to tell you? They have so many things to tell you. Holy shit. So again, there'll be time to rest later. They want you to move forward right now, and maybe then there's a certain factor or that when you're done with whatever this is, when you actually achieve your goal, there's an opportunity to look back and reflect on what you did so you can do it better in the future. Doesn't mean that you're going to do it wrong. It's just that you will see opportunities for learning. And when you see opportunities for learning, they don't want you to kind of treat yourself like a failure or feel bad in any way, to just see it as a learning opportunity. With that, like, again, like that childlike wonder of the Page of Swords. Oh look, that says yes. Hesitation. Do you see it? That's a hesitation right there. I didn't get the yes out because it didn't flip out, but this one did. There's two here. Give me a second. Why are they stuck? Okay. Hesitation, hobby to career. Interesting. So again, maybe this is like a hobby that you have that you are trying to turn into your career, and it's taking a long ass time, and that's why you're hesitating. But again, you will make it there. And once you reach this goal, this fulfillment, this is going to lead to a complete change, maybe in the way that you see yourself and the way that you approach life in general, because it's kind of like you having this newfound not knowledge, it's like realizing that you have the ability to do whatever you set your mind to do. So it's kind of like a huge confidence boost for you. So again, don't give up on this. And if it's a hobby, like I said, that you enjoy, that brings you like this childlike wonder or joy, to continue doing it. You can turn it into your career 100% if you continue on this path that you are in. And self-love, I love that. That is so sweet. Again, I told you they have a lot to say. So there are so many. I think that you got, like, out of the groups, like, you got the more varied messages. There are a lot of messages here. There's not only one theme here. So you also got self-love. So they also kind of oh, that's so sweet. They just said kind of, oh my god. So they just said, like, to try to see yourself the way they see you. So, and the way they see you, it's with a lot of love, with a lot of pride. Yeah, they're proud of you. So it's like, maybe you don't feel that way about yourself, or you feel like there's no reason for them to be proud of you or to love you that much or whatever, but they do. And so they want you to see yourself through their eyes. And also, I'm going to tell you something that kind of changed my life a little bit when I heard it. So, you know, when you speak to yourself and you're mean, or you are self-deprecating or any of that, it's kind of what I think it was a psychologist, I'm not even sure what they said, but it was like to ask yourself if you would treat a child this way. Like, would you tell a small child all the things that you're telling yourself? The answer is most likely no. So if you're doing that, to stop. If you realize that you wouldn't say that to a child, why would you say it to yourself? And no, you don't deserve it. I don't give a fuck. You don't deserve it, okay? So they want you to work on that way that you view yourself, because I feel like this hesitation that is mentioned here, it doesn't come from you having a lack of experience, or maybe there's lack of experience, but it's not lack of ability necessarily. You have the ability, you are capable, but the hesitation comes from a maybe lack in self-confidence and an inability to trust yourself. Maybe you feel inadequate at times. So they want you to work on that. And the main way to do that is to work on loving yourself. When you start loving yourself, a lot of things start moving better. Like, I promise, it has worked for me 100%. And I wish I could tell you where to start with that, but our journeys are so very different for all of us. So what has worked for me may not work for you. And also, I don't even remember how I started my healing journey. I think it just happened over time. One of the main ingredients is compassion for yourself, to start forgiving yourself for not being perfect, for maybe making what you perceive to be the wrong decisions in the past, to if there are things in yourself that you hate but you actually like it in other people, to ask yourself why that's the case, and actually start celebrating those same things in yourself. So you could be doing any of that, but just start somewhere, whatever you feel may be easier for you, or whatever you feel is the right choice for you in terms of self-love and how you're going to approach it. Because like I said, I can't really tell you what to do there apart from like giving you the examples that I gave you. But yeah, they're showing me like an opal. Is that the word? Opal necklace. And it's like a medallion looking thing, so it's like a big necklace. If it's not opal, I think it's opal, but it's like this yellowish stone, and it's very rustic looking. Like, this is not like there's one of those jewelry pieces I would find at like I don't even know what to call it, but it's not like something that you see that it's made in stores in bulk. This is something that maybe someone would do handmade, if that makes sense. So it's round and it has like this little well, it's not completely round. It's like a little narrower towards the top. So kind of like that shape, I suppose. And so the hole is up here, but the way that it is tied, it's like they passed the it looks like a rope. It's not rope, but you know what I mean, like the chain thing. It's not a chain. It's made of leather looking material. So it's like they passed it through and then they did the knot right there. It's not like they just passed it through and put it on. No, it's kind of tied in a weird way. Not weird, but it's just interesting and more rustic looking kind of knot. So yeah, I completely interrupted me to show me that. It reminds me in color, you know, of those things that they sell where they put their necklaces, but they have like scorpions inside or like mosquitoes that they sell it at like random stores. It's amber, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, that is the color. I think that's the material as well. But yeah, they showed me that. Is there anything else? Show me a green skirt. That is very vague. But thank you. Here's showing me milk. So maybe the one of the answers that is coming through, we used to prepare milk for you. And the way they're showing me the milk preparation, it looks very again, very rustic, very old school. So someone literally warming up the milk, and I'm seeing them use like a tin mug thing, and they're using a spoon to kind of stir it, and it has like that sound of like if you have heard like the little metal, like the very thin like metal mugs, the way they sound like that, I'm literally hearing that and I'm seeing that. So maybe that's something that they prepare for you. Maybe this is an ancestor that lived at a farm, or I don't know, maybe they just had this type of mug thing. But yeah, I'm seeing that as well, and I'm seeing like a headband and it has like a little flowers in it. They're showing me random stuff, so that may be a sign for some of you and they just want to. And like the shark teeth, you know, some places sell you like this shark tooth, and you can buy it. Sometimes it's in like a bracelet, sometimes it's a necklace. Yeah, I'm seeing like a row of those, not like inside the shark's mouth, like outside, like yeah, I'm seeing that for some reason. Do you want to say anything apart from like showing me shit? Because like you're giving me just random stuff everywhere. Nope. Oh, and I'm saying like a woman, it reminds me of like you know, like the clothing flamenco dancers wear, where it's those clothes, those dresses, it's like red, all red, and it's a woman wearing red lipstick. So maybe you have like Spanish ancestry, and that's why that's coming through. But yeah, I'm literally seeing a woman like that, and she's wearing like something on her like a shawl, is that the word? I don't think it is. On her shoulders, and it's like white and it has like black polka dots everywhere and some fringe, like black fringe around the edge of it. Yeah, there's showing me also an elephant, so that may be a sign for you as well. But yeah, I think that's it. That's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Sunday at 12 p.m. EST. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all my updates of the channel over there, and also in my community tab. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye.